What's up, YouTube? Steven the Beast here, and today I'm going to be breaking down my entire defense in Madden 13. We're going to be going over a few formations. We're going to go over the sub 416, we're going to go over the 46 normal, and we're going to go over a few 4-3 blitzes that I like. So let's get into our audibles. The audibles that I like to use are very heavy out of the 416. We got the Sugar Blitz. This is actually wrong, and I have been playing for like 3 days with the wrong audible set and just been dealing with it and just changing it in game. We don't want the bluff, we want the Sugar 3 seam, and then we want the Overload 3 seam as our square audible. Then I have R1, I have Slant Crash left, which is out of the 4-3 under, and then I have everybody's favorite blitz, the Mike Sam 3 seam. I run it, sue me. So yeah, team. Now the thing I love about this defense is we go to our play call screen. Is you can use it with any team. You can get any kind of pressure with any team. A big thing for me was the way I played defense this year is I could not get A-gap heat with really slow defensive linemen. Mainly on teams that run a 3-4, like the 49ers, like the Packers, like the Redskins. Those teams are some of my favorite teams to use. Also the Ravens, but Haloti Nada, he's got pretty good acceleration, so he doesn't really count. But the great thing about the sub 416 that I really liked is that you can directly sub an outside linebacker in at your lefty tackle. So that solves your problem of not getting A-gap heat. So with the Niners, instead of using, say, Ray McDonald like you would have to use in like a nickel or a 4-3, and I know there are ways that you can get the guys, the outside linebackers at D tackle. You just have to set your depth chart up. You have to put in the packages. It takes too much time. I'm lazy. I'm the lazy Madden player. So I just like to sub him right in like that. So the setup that I like to use for the Niners, on D-line I have Brooks, Aldon Smith, Ray McDonald, and Paris Harrelson. P. Willie at middle linebacker, and you want at this safety who's at linebacker, you want a really fast, really acceleration-heavy guy. I put Tremaine Brock here, and I moved Dante Whitner back to strong safety. Perfect guys for this safety spot would be somebody like Taylor Mays, Earl Thomas, somebody like that. So the base play that we're going to use is actually going to be the Sugar 3 seam right there. And the thing about this is the setups, they're pretty much 98% the same. And they're very basic as well. You don't have a lot of moving around. So what you do is you baseline, press, reblitz the lefty tackle here, who's actually a linebacker, reblitz the end, and I like to use her the safety. And I just like to cover this area, lurk, try to bait dudes, whatever. And this setup right here from Sugar 3 seems going to get really nice right edge heat. So let's hike the ball, and boom, hot screaming fire off the edge. So show you guys the setup one more time in real time. This is about how fast I can set it up. And you're done. Very fast, very easy setup. And if I was actually using that guy, it would have been a pick. So I just can't use two controllers at once. I'm not that good. So that's the Sugar 3 seam. Let's go on and check out another play. Let's look at Sugar Blitz next. Now there are two setups for Sugar Blitz. We're gonna save the best one for last. But this is the setup. This is the man complement to the Sugar 3 seam. Same setup: baseline press, reblitz Alden Smith, reblitz Harrelson. I don't use our Whitner on this play because he's directly on Davis, so I'll just use your Goldson. And you're going to get same edge heat from a man look. And the big key to this defense is disguise, 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 disguise. Everything looks the same. Your opponent has no clue what you're bringing. If you're playing coverage, if you're bringing heat, whatever you're going to do, it's going to look the same. And, it's going to confuse your opponent. It's really going to confuse your opponent. So, you got edge heat. Let's take a look at some B-gap. Now this is somewhat inconsistent, but it's what I have for now. It's the Overload 3 seam. I think, yeah, overload 3 seam, same setup. Now, it's not a very fast blitz, but it does get in. As you can see, that DB is going to come through the B gap right there. It's not the greatest blitz, but I'm not really that good at getting B gap pressure this year. I don't really like getting it. It's not my favorite thing to do. Because, you know, it's pretty slow. Like, last year I had a lot of B gaps. Like, I had B gaps for days. But this year, not really my thing. So I stay away from that play. I just have it in my audibles, just, you know, maybe like a 3rd and long situation. So, next. Let's take a look at a little bit of A gap. This is actually the setup that really sparked me to look into this defense. This is a setup that SD White the Great came up with. And he just came in the Madden Secret Society game chat, and he's like, I found this great A gap. And I went into practice mode, and I tried it. And then I was like, I was sold. I was in love with this defense. So, once again, guys, the setup for this is a little different. You still base line and press. You still re-blitz Smith, but instead of re-blitzing Harrelson, you re-blitz Tremaine Brock. And I like to man up Whitner on the unguarded receiver. Maybe move him down a little bit. And you want to use a player on the left side. You cannot use a dude over here. You have to use a guy over here, and you cannot bring him over center. Which is the key. As you can see, Aldon Smith screams through the A-gap. Kaepernick eludes him. But you guys get the point. That is hot heat right there, folks. You're not getting away from that. Show you guys once again. And as you can see, you almost get the double A gap. I've gotten the double A gap before. It comes in maybe like 1 out of 10 times. I'm going to see if I can get it to come through. I don't know what I just did there. My other controller's bugging out over here. But we're going to see if we can't get this double A gap. Oh, we almost got it there, but you guys get the idea. Very nice A gap out of the 2-man under. Now this, it generally works past the 50. There is another play that we like to use before the 50. So, oops, wrong control. Let me show you guys that. It's the overload. I forget the play's name, honestly. Silver Shoot Pinch, I think. It's late at night. I'm sorry, I can't remember these things. But for that play, it's the same exact setup. I don't really like it, honestly. It's not. Yeah, Silver Shoot Pinch. I really don't like it because it's pretty inconsistent for me. But same setup. Re-blitz Smith, re-blitz Brock. And as you can see, he doesn't really come through. You get what I get, B-cap heat right there. So that's the thing for that play for me. I really don't like it. You know, I've seen SD get it like 1,000,000 times versus me, but you know, it's not my thing. So now, I said I would save the best for last, and it's that time. The last setup I'm going to show you guys as far as blitzes are concerned from this formation is another setup for Sugar Blitz. Now, when you use this setup, you want to come out and the play flipped. Alright? You want to crash your line to the right and re-blitz the strong safety. And he's going to come shooting through the A-gap. He got kind of caught up right there, so let's run that again. Crash your line right, re-blitz the safety, and boom, comes through the A-gap. Now, this, I wouldn't call this unslidable, but it's very hard to slide protect. Another thing I forgot to mention on the 2-man under, it does not get picked up by aggressive block, and my controller is freaking out. I don't know why, but it doesn't get picked up. Shut up, controller. Oh my god. But yeah, it doesn't get picked up by aggressive on the 2-man under. So let's get back to the Sugar Blitz. Crash right, re-blitz the safety, and we're getting aggressive the line. Boom, not picked up. Actually, it did get picked up. I lied, and my controller's about to die. This is great. Failtage on live national internet, folks. You saw it first here as I plug in my controller so it doesn't die in the middle of the video. There we go. Alright. Show you guys that one more time. I'm gonna aggressive my line. Ah, crap. So yeah, as you can see, he gets bumped by that guard, but it is still crazy fast heat. And you know, in game, it doesn't get picked up as well as it did right there. The guard doesn't really bump him. Plus, Jermaine Brock might not have enough acceleration for it. I should probably put call over there, but just for the sake of the video, you guys saw it get through. So, now to complement all the blitzes that you just saw, it's always good to throw in a little coverage. So, the play that I like to run a lot of coverage D from is the sugar 3 seam. Now, the way I like to set my coverage up is to make it look exactly like the blitz, so baseline and press. But I purple Harrelson, I put Brock in a deep blue, and I can either spy Brooks or put him in a purple. We're just gonna spy him for this video's sake. Always use our winner, and as you can see, it looks like the blitz, but everything's covered. The running back is kind of open, but he won't get any yards. He'll get instantly tackled. You know, you can also do the same thing from a 2-man under. You can set it up like the blitz. Purple, purple. 2-man under with 2 purples is the most annoying defense this year. Everyone knows it. As you can see, boom, everything's locked up. Except for him. Oh, almost threw a pick there. So yeah, that's it about for the 4-1-6. Very, very nice formation. I've been running this for a couple weeks, and I think I went on like a 15 or so game winning streak with this formation. And I basically just stay in this all game. Now, if my opponent starts to run the ball, you know, it kind of throws me out of it. I might move to 46 or 4-3 over plus. But, you know, if they're pass heavy, stay in this all day, and you know, they'll go insane. They won't know what to do. It's, in my opinion, the best defensive formation in Madden. So, next up, real quick, I wanted to go over the 46 normal, a few blitzes out of this that I like. We're going to go over, first of all, the Fire Zone 3. This isn't really anything special. It's just a blitz that's been out all year. Get a nice edge heat, just show blitz, spread your line, crash them out, blitz the right end. And I like to contain the right end, just like that. And you get pretty nice edge heat. This is a play that I like to run a lot if they're running like a spread offense, like a 5 wide, and you know, it usually works versus that. This is just like one of those plays that I've pretty much ran since day 1 of Madden, and it's still effective today. You know, a lot of people just, for some reason, they'll pick up a lot of blitzes, but they don't pick this one up because they just, I don't know why. So, once again, show blitz, crash your line out, spread your line, re-blitz your end, and you get nice edge heat. So, you know how to complement this with coverage. You know, you can always throw up a couple purples, because these yellow zones, they're not those like special yellow zones that play the curls and out routes really well. They're just straight up yellow zones. I just don't like how they play the curls, so you know, I might throw a purple up every now and then. Usually only throw up one, because I do like to have a 3-man or a 4-man rush out of this play. But you know, that's a good way to throw in some coverage. You could also set up 2-man under to look the same. If whoops, you know, just re-blitz your runs like that. That's what I normally do. So yeah, that's about it for the 46 normal. That's really the only play that I run out of it. Kind of gotten away from the 46 normal this year. I ran a lot last year, but this year's just not my thing. So let's go into the 4-3 under. Take a look at a couple plays. First being the slant crash left. Setup I like to use for this play: baseline, re-blitz the right outside linebacker, spread your line, crash your line out, re-blitz your end. And you should get pretty good edge heat right there. Harrelson comes off the edge, and we get a fumble from Kaepernick, which is always good. So once again, baseline, re-blitz your backer, spread your line, crash your line out, re-blitz your ends, and boom goes the dynamite off the edge. And you know, once again, I don't really need to say this again, but once again, just mix in some coverage with the same look. And you know, that's pretty much all you need. Just disguising your defense is all what it's all about this year. One more setup that I like from the 4-3 under is the will punch 3 seam. Now I don't really run this blitz a lot, but it's still somewhat effective. I like to spread your line, crash your line, shift your linebackers left, re-blitz your left outside linebacker Smith, and re-blitz, re-blitz the Smiths, and you should get edge heat like that. So yeah, it's pretty much my my whole defense. Another thing I like to do to kind of mess with people, I'm not gonna go over the over plus unslidable A gap. I'm not gonna go over that, but I will talk about some things I do on defense, just basic stuff for beginners. More disguising stuff, like I'll come out in a cover 4, and I'll slide, stuff like that. Put this dude in a yellow, and just bring him down the line like that, like people do when they use that blitz. And it's like, oh, where's the heat? Oh, it's coverage. Oh, I better throw it up. It confuses people. Defense is all about confusion this year, guys. If you can confuse your opponent, you're going to win games. Trust me. Since I've been running this D, I think I've only lost twice. Well, twice in real games. Two, and they were both in C4. I did lose some unranked games with a couple friends, but I wasn't really I was playing for real, but I was just trying new things on D, trying to find new pressure, and yeah, this is pretty much my whole defense right now. If I find anything else out of the sub, I'll definitely bring it to you guys. But for right now, that is what I'm running. My favorite defense in Madden. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, remember to rate the video, remember to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.